Yep, that happened. But let's start from the beginning. Hello and welcome to part 4 of the Guatemala trip, which means we're heading to El Paredon. And here we gotta chill a lot and also try to surf. But first, a small recap of how this adventure started. My name is Elizabeth and me and my cousin always had a dream of traveling together. And last March we did. We packed our backpacks and got on an airplane to Guatemala. Our trip starts in Antigua, from where we travel further to El Paredon, Lake Atitlán, Xela, Lanquín, Flores, and our last destination, Río Dulce. So today, El Paredon. And to get there, we had approximately a 2-hour drive. So in the morning, we packed our bags and with our blisters from our volcano adventure, yes, Elisa had a really big one, we walked to our van and off we went. Along the route, we passed a variety of landscapes, including also some markets, so there was a lot to see. And before we knew it, we arrived in El Paredon. And this was how our hostel looked like. And as you can see, Elisa was pretty impressed. And while taking a closer look at our room and the pool, I was also really impressed. We had chosen a nice place. It was all so green and the vibes were really good. And the hostel was right at the beach. Look how beautiful.
Aan het genieten.
As we were enjoying this wonderful spot, we also saw that the waves were sometimes really big. While exploring the beach, we ended up at this more party hostel, close to our hostel, and here we decided to have a drink. Then it was time to go back to our hostel, have another drink and of course also some food. And here the chill vibe as well as the food also didn't disappoint. The next morning we had this lovely breakfast with a view and also with some cute company. As it was still quite early, the pool area was calm and still beautiful. However, we decided to go for a walk on the beach first to see whether the waves were good for beginners like us. Sometimes the water is namely too rough if you don't have enough surf experience yet. And as the water looked okay for us, we decided to give it a go. And here we are. And to give you an idea of how strong the water flow was, I really needed to stand stable to not be knocked over by every wave. After some practicing, the moment was finally there where we had been waiting for all along. Elisa was standing on her surfboard. Now it was my turn, but I hadn't such high expectations as trying to stand up on the board. Just trying to go with the flow was my plan. I, however, did had a lot of fun. Quite exhausted from the surfing, or at least trying to, we found ourselves back at the hostel and enjoying our lunch.
Looks so nice.
Having finished our food, we went on a little walk through the main street of El Paredon, where we saw this fascinating animal. But as it was very hot, it didn't take too long before we decided to go back to the swimming pool. As the weather got less hot, we went for a drink at the beach. And after that, we of course had some more food. Talking about food, the next morning we went to this cute spot to have breakfast. And we had to wait for almost an hour for this egg avocado toast. Luckily, it did taste good though. Okay, and back to our hostel. Oh, and let me introduce you to Willem, an animal who hangs around the swimming pool quite a lot and who I found fascinating. To be continued. But first, let me give you a quick tour through our beautiful hostel. Starting at the pool with these nice hammocks, and as you can see, you can tap drinking water for free here. Good to know is that all the water that comes from the normal tap isn't drinkable, and in fact really salt. And it's also the water that comes out of the shower, so we need to get used to washing ourselves with salt water. Yeah, that was something. Okay, let's go on to the eating area, where you can order delicious food. And again, the pool is just so beautiful. And this is where we slept during the night. As you can see, the hostel is super green and all the plants and trees give this hostel a really nice vibe. Time for lunch.
How long are you waiting, Lisa?
2 hours.
2 hours for our food. And they gave us this, but we cannot drink it because we are too hungry. And there it is.
Having finally finished our lunch and again said hi to Willem, we again went for a walk and swim to the beach. Do you see a pattern here? Yeah. And as we were done swimming, we also went again to the hostel close to ours, which was the more party hostel. Well, more of a party hostel is a bit of an understatement here, as we heard that this hostel is very party-ish. So we really enjoyed having a hostel close by, but a very quiet one, and that we could choose to join this party hostel if we liked so. After some chilling at the beach, we got changed at our hostel and went out for dinner. And on our way home, we encountered this.
Hello, Booby. Ja. Oh, wat een humpies. Hallo. Dit is echt veel te schattig.
Ja, voll die
Hello.
Oh, and this is how dark it gets at the beach. Good night. And good morning with again a lovely breakfast. And Willem is back. And for the non-Dutch viewers, I try to let him move for the video.
Kun je even gaan lopen alsjeblieft? Doe maar even lopen. Loop, loop, loop. Hallo. Nope.
And yes, he moves.
1 hour later.
Hi. There we are again. Wait, waar is Willem? 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 Willem left us. Willem? Oh, je bent... Where are you?
Okay, enough of this Willem soap. Let's move to the beach again for a swim.
Wow, zie daar. Oh, die is heel groot. Ja, ja.
And today the waves were even more intense than they were the days before. But without a surfboard we could manage them. Or at least we thought. Until this happened. Yep. Being cooled down a bit and have laughed a lot, we went back to the hostel and had, yes, again a drink. I know the days here are not super original anymore. Walking back to our hostel, we saw this huge fire, which we didn't know of whether it was a planned fire or something serious, as it was super big. Luckily, it was the first. And that brings us to the last night in El Paredon. And therefore also the end of this video. In the next video we will explore Lake Atitlán. And I can already say it is very, very beautiful. So stay tuned for that. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Oh ja, daarachter. Even deze. Oeh, heel hoog. Maar vindt hij me eng. Snap ik ook. Zo'n YouTuber met een camera is ook eng.